what's up? How's it going? I'm gonna hold a stuffed animal. This is Gooby. What's up everybody? My name is Amelia and welcome to my first ever DIY video. So in this video, I'm going to build a shelf and bring y'all along. So if you want to build a shelf, you can see how I do it, and then you can do it my way or not, depending on if it turns out horribly, then don't do it my way. So I'm building a shelf in my apartment. I moved in last August for school, and this is the first apartment I've ever lived in by myself. So I wanted to have a lot of fun designing and doing fun styling things because I could do whatever I wanted. And I have a blank wall here, and I want to put on 2 shelves so that I can decorate them and also just have more storage in my living room for some fun stuff. So this video is the making of 2 shelves. It's just me and Chico who live here. Chico's my dog. He's not real. So here's the wall, the beautiful blank wall. So as you can see, I didn't clean for this. I did not straighten for this this video. It's fine. This is real life. So this is like my dining room area. And when it's clean, it looks super cute. I have a mirror. I have some Christmas stuff up right now. But this wall was always really oddly blank, and I didn't know what to do with it. For a while, I had some posters up or sticky notes or something just to have some notes or something, make that like a little bulletin board wall situation. But ultimately I decided it would be really cool to do a shelf here and then here, and just have a cool place to style some things, because right now this is the only spot, this desk is the only spot that I have to like put things on in the living room, and that gets crammed up really fast, as you can see. Crammed up? That sounds horrible. That gets covered in things very quickly. So shelf building will occur. So yeah, let's go to the store and buy some wood. We're back, and I went to Lowe's and got all the supplies for the shelf. So first I got this board. It was one board, and then this wonderful gentleman cut it for me, and I got them about 36 inches and 1/8, I believe. The measurements that I measured the wall, and I decided I wanted it in between 30 and 38 inches, anything in there. And I took my brackets with me that I got from Amazon. Next, I got sandpaper. I got the fine to medium so I can use it to fix up the edges. And I think that will be really helpful. It's like a sponge, so it'll be easier to hold on to, and I won't have to ruin my nails, which, you know, you gotta worry about that. I got a little screwdriver. I got some white hooks because I want to hang this basket and some other baskets in the window with plants, and I thought these would be good. And also I want to make something to hang my mugs over top of my sink, and hopefully these will be able to hold a mug. I think they will. So that project is in my brain, and hopefully those will work for that. And lastly, I got these Phillip head screws to attach it to the wall. The other things that I have for the shelf are floor brackets that I bought from Amazon, and I will link those below. So they were only like $2 each, which I thought was a really great deal, and they're metal, so hopefully it will be a sturdy shelf. And I took them with me to the store so that I can make sure they were the right, that the piece of the wood was the right width. And then lastly, I bought wood finishing cloths. I've seen some people use these on different DIY projects, and I thought it would be a lot less messy to do it this way than to actually buy like a can of stain, which I have not used before, so this should be my first experience. So yeah. And we spent $30. So would it have been cheaper just to go buy a shelf? Possibly. Possibly it would have. But then we wouldn't have the fun of making this ourselves, would we? So first things first, I had to sand all of the pieces of wood to make sure there weren't any splinters and that it was perfectly smooth, and just to get rid of any rough patches. And I also sanded off the little stamp that was on the bottom of
the boards because I am going to be able to see the bottom of the boards because the shelves are going to be above me, and I didn't want to be able to see the stamp through the stain.
Just open it. I wanted you to get excited. Come on.
And so then I got to staining. So I didn't really read the directions before I started staining, which you should do, so I advise that. But you're supposed to stain with the wood grain, and you're supposed to wipe off the excess stain with a wet cloth. The overall biggest problem that I had with staining was just getting glove imprints in the stain, so you had to be really careful not to. And I made sure to pick the prettiest side of the wood so that I would know exactly where I couldn't get any fingerprints. So I set up my camera to see exactly where I wanted the positioning of the shelves because I knew that I wanted the bottom one around where the bottom of the mirror was. I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted the second shelf above that, so I just held the shelves at a couple different spots that I thought looked nice and then went back and looked at the footage to see exactly where they were on the wall and to see if I liked it from a distance.
It looks pretty rough right now, but what I've done was I did a bunch of measurements. As you can see, messed up. I'll have to clean that up, but did a bunch of measurements, figured out where I wanted it on the wall, and now I'm about to put on the first set of brackets, and I think I'm gonna figure out where the second shelf will go after I have this one. I decided to put this one level with the mirror that I have on this wall so that it'll just continue around. Thought that would look good. So I started over here. I made 2 little holes with the screws and then took them out so that I can put it back on and I have a starting place. And I want to erase this before I screw it in so that I won't have that on the side. And I'll show you when it's done.
Okay, so now that I have the bottom brackets on, I decided to use that as kind of a starting point to figure out where I wanted the second shelf. So I started measuring, and I had really no plan going into this, and I think that caused a lot of problems. I spent a really long time measuring and marking things on the walls, and this could have been made a lot easier, I think, if I'd gone in it with a solid idea, but I didn't. Lesson learned.
So I'm trying to figure out exactly how high I want the second shelf. So I've written a couple measurements and tried putting it up and then rewatching the video to see if I like it. But I think what I'm going to do is put some stuff on the shelf and then see if it looks weird with like a gap or anything.
So I ended up marking 18 inches above where the bottom shelf was, and I decided that's where I would put the brackets for the second shelf. And this is when I consulted Pinterest to see some ideas of distancing between shelving because I'd never really thought about it before. So I just went on Pinterest and looked at a couple of things that I liked and just saw about the distance that they had and decided on 18 inches. And this is also where I hit my head on one of the brackets, and it's honestly the funniest video ever. Every time I watch it, I laugh really hard, even though at the time it freaking hurt and I wasn't laughing, but watch this. It's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Just watch it.
Ow. Ow.
Okay, I hope you thought that was as funny as I did, and let this be a lesson to you. Just pay attention to where your brackets are and don't hit yourself in the face.
Ow. Janina Mapola says that you get one stupid thing a day. So today I ran into the brackets and punched myself in the head, the middle bracket. That's my one thing. Ugh. Oh, the brackets are on. The time has finally come to decorate the shelves. So I have collected a bunch of random fun things that I have. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to end up putting on the shelf. I'll probably change it with seasons or something, but I collected this random assortment, and I'll probably add some more to it. But yeah, we're just going to put them over there and see what happens.
So now I get to do the fun part of decorating the shelves, which I had a really fun time with, and I think I'm going to try to change it up a lot so that I don't get stuck with the same decor, but I just can feel free to decorate it with the seasons or just mix it up with whatever new different stuff I have. But I took it as an opportunity to showcase some of my favorite things or things that my friends have given me, and I have a lot of my opera books on the shelf and some books that are just really important to me that I love, and I thought that was really cool. And also my little gnome that my sister made me, my Taylor Swift quote. This is a painting that my friend Lily gave me, and I just thought it was a really fun way to bring some of my friends to school with me, and I love it so much. I didn't really go with a color scheme for the books, but it kind of just all turned into like a red theme. I didn't mean to do that, but it ended up looking cool, so I'm just gonna roll with it. But anyway, I absolutely love how these shelves turned out. I am so proud of how they turned out. I couldn't have imagined it any better, and it was a super fun DIY project.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video about how I made some shelves, and I hope it inspired you to make some DIYs of your own. And yeah, I'm an expert obviously, as shown by my forehead scar, so just ask me any questions if you have anything, and I'll talk to you later. Bye! There you go. Is it still Christmas? No. Do I still have my Christmas tree up? Yes, yes I do. Thanks for noticing.